Hey man, what the do y'all know about sports?
You are now listening to the Best Damn Sports Podcast. Period. Welcome back, everyone, to the What Do Women Know About Sports Podcast. I am Bree Nicole.
And I'm Vicky D.
It's a new month.
Right.
Back in the studio.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about this.
Me too.
I mean, the recording from home was okay. Like, we had circumstances as to why we was at home. My fault. But yeah, I like being back in the studio. We got new lights.
Yeah.
I don't know what these red things are, but they're new too. It's pretty cool.
So how was your week? Last week.
So my job, we are mostly remote still, but we go to campus. So I work for university. So on my particular team, we each do like 2 weeks in a month on campus. So last week was my first week in March to be on campus.
Okay.
It's okay. I've realized that I like working from home because it's so convenient. I will say that when we started doing all of this last March, I wasn't all that into it. But since we've been at home for so long, it's like a routine now. It's gonna suck having to go back full time. I've saved so much on gas.
I know, but it's like the opposite for me.
Okay.
Like, I actually want to go back in the office. Like, yeah. I can't stay at home.
I've learned that the campus makes me sick. Like, whenever I'm there, my allergies flare really bad. I don't know if it's just the season, but I've been going to campus, like, all through the fall semester and now spring, and my allergies flare horribly when I'm on campus.
Oof.
So maybe I'm allergic to the school. You never know. I mean, but overall, it was a cool week. I mean, it's pretty quiet. Like, our second half of the semester started today, so.
Okay.
Just you know.
I bet you get all, like, students, like.
So I will say I like going on campus because I'm not on phones most of the time.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, it's not as bad. So yeah, how was your week?
My week was good. You know, I chilled out. You know, I don't do much. You know, I stay at home. I don't really do much. You know,
no, that's so sad because before the virus hit, I used to love to go places.
I know. Now everybody's scared. Well, actually, it was. Actually, today was popping. Like, people outside. The weather is beautiful. Okay.
But that scares me though. Living here, the weather is nice. People get to acting real out of pocket.
See, if y'all not from St. Louis, y'all wouldn't know what you're talking about. If you from St. Louis, you know.
People get to acting real out of pocket when
people act like they ain't never seen warm weather before. You know.
I'm trying to tell you, like this is the first time we ever had a spring. They get to acting real out of pocket. But I am happy that we kind of are past snow.
Right.
I'm excited because it's giving me the opportunity to, like, I get to go outside now and take and do pictures more.
Right. How's that coming?
Listen,
right. I'm a photography career.
I'm progress.
You know?
Listen, I am doing progress. I'm trying to get a bag in all aspects. Okay. I was once told by a few people, listen, you need more than one stream of income to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a millionaire, but listen, I'm trying to get there. I took a picture of my dog. It's pretty nice.
Aww.
See, look,
little Skylar.
Listen, this was good photography. This was some good photography that day. So yeah, I'm happy about that because, like, I did try to go outside and take pictures when it snowed, when it was that snowstorm that day.
He was like, nope.
So, listen, I was like, "Woo, it's cold." My hands was like, I was like, I can't do this. So this one weather, I'm okay with it.
All right,
I'm okay.
So,
in the world of sports,
yes. So we gotta talk about, you know, All-Star. You know, it just happened this past Sunday. And
it definitely wasn't a weekend. It was one day.
Right? It was a 3-day event.
It was a one-day event.
Oh, one-day event. Before we talk about the All-Star, though, did you happen to watch the 2-on-2 with Lil Baby and and 2 Chainz versus Jack Harlow and Quavo?
I've been seeing clips.
Okay?
I will say that like the clips that I have seen, Lil Baby is not he's not an athlete.
Did you see when Quavo and Lil Baby had to shoot for the possession?
I've just been seeing the ones like where Lil Baby like he trying to exercise and he just is not an athlete. He got up at one point, did 2 squats, and that was it. That was it for him.
No, when he so Lil Baby choked up the shot, like he literally hit the backboard, like he wasn't even trying. Like
I don't think basketball is his lane.
No.
I will say like in the celebrity all-star games in past years, like Quavo, you can tell that he balls probably like on the side.
Right, and 2 Chainz actually played basketball.
Yeah.
So he was pretty much carrying Lil Baby, like he was pretty much carrying his team. You know, Lil Baby no defense from Lil Baby at all.
He's not an athlete.
No.
This is not his lane. It's not his lane. I will say, like, the little tweets on Twitter have been hilarious.
Yes.
him.
I actually sat up and watched, because they streamed it on Twitter, the Bleacher Report or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
so
cool.
that's the only way you can really watch it was on Twitter.
Oh.
So, yeah, Quavo was, he was balling. He was like MVP, I don't think they announced the MVP, but he was pretty much an MVP of the game.
That's cool.
So...
That was fun.
It was cool. The production was just like, but it's
the times that we in. It's the times. Before we jump into the All-Star game, this is on Women's History Month.
Yeah.
And I think today specifically March 8th it's International Women's Day.
Right.
But the entire month of March it's Women's History Month. And so history is being made by females. Last week it was announced that Maia Chaka will be the first black woman will be the first black woman to officiate in the NFL.
Right.
That is pretty big.
Yeah, but it's a shame we got to keep announcing the first. It's just like,
I get what you're saying.
But, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations to her.
That's what's up.
That's a big milestone.
We need more women,
Yeah.
in coaching positions.
Most definitely. And in coaching positions and just not in the WNBA. Also in, like, NBA, too. Like, I feel like give Becky Hammond her shot. I'm not saying kick Pop out the way, but I feel like give Becky Hammond her shot.
Right.
So, I definitely get what you're saying, though. Like, it's time. It kind of gets old, like, always putting the first. And something like, yeah. But it happens. It happens. Also, news dropped yesterday and today. It was finalized today. Blake Griffin is going to the Nets.
How many more players do they need?
'Cause listen,
on their roster, like what are they trying to do?
Like, what are they building? An empire? What is going on in Brooklyn?
Man, Blake Griffin ain't made a dunk in how many?
Like, are people just interested with playing with Kyrie and KD?
But the Nets were the only team that was interested in him though.
I'm just trying to figure out, where is Brooklyn getting all this money from, though? And they at their cap, like, I'm trying to understand, like, where is Brooklyn getting all this money from? Because it feels like everybody is going to Brooklyn. Like, or players intrigued with playing with KD and Kyrie, or is it just the overall atmosphere of it being like KD, Kyrie, James Harden? Is it that?
Probably.
Okay. Because I'm just saying, like, we didn't get this when Golden State was at the top. Like players were not just like trying to go to them. Aside from Kevin Durant, like other players were not just like, yeah, send me to Golden State. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is kind of throwing me like everybody is going to Brooklyn. Like, what's going on?
Them 3 was enough for me, but I don't get it. But
we'll see how it works. Because, like, they already have DeAndre Jordan, correct? So what are you gonna do with Blake Griffin too? So people gonna be playing 5 minutes a quarter? I'm just so confused. I'm really trying to figure out, like, where's their cap? Because, like, should they be at their cap yet? I'm just real confused. But there was the news yesterday. He is on his way to Brooklyn, and it's a deal just for the remainder of this season.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure if that will carry on to the next, but I do know that he's there just for the remainder of this season.
Okay. All right.
It's still kind of weird, but hey, shout out to Blake Griffin. Shout out to Blake. I just be having a lot of questions. I mean, I guess like some stuff is not for me to understand, but I just be having some questions. That's all. Let's just mosey on into what the big deal is here for today. The NBA All-Star was the NBA All-Star weekend was condensed into one day,
right?
Which was yesterday, March the 7th. The game took place in Atlanta, Georgia.
Whew.
And so many people traveled down to Atlanta for the game.
When I say so many people, like,
yeah.
Whew.
I mean, I think most people went because one, it's All-Star. That's typically what people do. They travel for the game. However, we are in a panoramic, and
we are in a Panda Express right now. So
and y'all
I
still traveling to these states like it's, like we not.
And people, I've seen videos of people staying in U-Haul trucks and people making GoFundMe's because they trapped in Atlanta, don't know how to get home. Like, first of all, this is off topic, but if you ain't got no money to don't travel nowhere when you ain't got no money.
Hey.
Okay? Please don't do that.
Because I don't supply GoFundMe.
I'm not going with nobody that ain't got no money.
Mm-mm.
I'm just saying. Like, y'all know better.
But and I get that, like, in past years, like, you travel to the All-Star game, but like, not everybody like gets to attend the events. And nobody this year was like really allowed into the stadium aside from like family. So like you went down there.
For what? Like, what are y'all going down there
to
for?
The clubs and stuff after. I mean, but players couldn't even go to there. They had to stay in their. They had to stay either within their rooms. They couldn't really like be out like they like could have in previous years.
Right.
So this wasn't the same type of All-Star like it was like last year and like you know what I'm saying. This was different.
Yeah.
But like all 3 nights. Well, I can't even say all 3 because like Friday is typically the Celebrity All-Star game.
Yeah,
and, like,
that's when it starts on Fridays. Yeah.
And the Worlds versus the U.S.
Right.
So they
and it's like the rookies versus the sophomores. Yeah.
They didn't even have that particular game, but like Saturday night is like the 3-point and the dunk and the skills.
Right.
And so they had that yesterday as well as the game. There wasn't any particular halftime performance, so it was a whole different. It was a whole like different like,
setup.
Yeah,
right.
like setup. The skills, I missed the first part of skills because I called you. I was like,
hurry up and get home. But I mean, it just started. So it was like Sabonis. Listen, Sabonis was out there killing it. Like Sabonis did not miss. You know the pass part where everybody missed. Like
it's like a little basket hole.
Yeah, like he literally did not miss. He was perfect the first 2 rounds. The last round, which he ended up winning, he missed the actual like shot, the last shot that you make. Mm-hmm. But that was about it. Like he was the only dude, and apparently he was the only person that really trained for this event. So he took it seriously, which I appreciate when athletes actually take All-Star serious, not just I mean, of course you're having fun, but like make it serious.
It's still a game. It's still a competition.
Exactly.
You get a trophy at the end of this. The point is like you want to get the trophy.
Right. Like y'all having fun, but take it serious, please.
Yeah.
I'm just
saying.
I
did see him win the very last round.
He did. He killed it. And it's you would think, like we discussed this last year, I remember. So like you would think this competition would be like a point guard game.
Because it's about the skills. It's about ball handling, shooting,
passing, right? Yeah. But the big men been taking over.
The big men have been taking over like the past couple of years. Yeah, the big men have been.
And I'm like, first of all, Luka Doncic still had his warm up jacket on, so you know he wasn't taking that serious.
Yeah.
He was goofing off, whatever. CP3 missed a freaking layup. I was like, really?
Yeah.
How you miss a layup?
Yeah, and they was talking about him too after the fact. They was like, how you miss a layup?
Like, you was the point guard. Why did you... whatever. So...
But I would say I liked it. Like Sabonis, like he was like happy he won.
Yeah.
He said my award is for the fans and my family. But I get really shocked each year like when the big men win it and the guards don't. But hey, I am never surprised anymore about All-Star Weekend. Like whatever happens, happens. So he won that one.
Right.
Then like the next competition was the 3-point.
3-point, right? So the competitors were Mike Conley, Jaylen Brown. I was about to say Jalen Rose. Jaylen Brown, Chef Curry,
Hey,
Jason Tatum, Shamanad, shout out, Zach LaVine, who was the slam dunk.
he's won that twice.
Contest, yeah. So he was the first player to do that and this, right? And Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say the very first round, it was really tight. Aside from Jaylen Brown, like everybody else,
man,
they did really well up until it got to Steph. Steph kind of was like, listen, I'm not here to play with y'all guys in that first round. Steph went out and listen.
So like, okay, the first round, I'm just going, I got some notes or whatever. So like, okay, Jaylen Brown was up first.
Yeah.
He scored a 17. He was a little bit slow to me.
And and 3-point is not really his thing, no way.
This is his first time actually being in this competition.
Yeah.
So Jason Tatum was up next. This is also his first appearance as well. He scored a 25. He had a good little rhythm, but he kept missing the money balls. The end of the money balls. He kept
but
missing
25
that.
for a first round, that's still
good.
That's a decent score for the first round.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Zach LaVine scored a 22. And then Mike Conley, he had a 20. He scored a 28, and he had a perfect money ball rack. The lefty showing out.
He was on the left side.
He's a lefty. He was the only lefty, yes.
And Donovan
Mitchell, he also scored a 22.
He shot in his warm-up shirt. He didn't take it off. He didn't take it off.
Yep, and then, man. Usually, okay, when, people be like, oh, I said I was going to go for Steph. But usually when you root for, like, somebody like Steph, sometimes they don't perform as well.
Yeah.
But...
And because, like, it's different shooting threes in a game at, like, a particular pace. This is different. Like, the balls
you're actually, like, stationary.
Right, the balls are on a rack. You have to grab it yourself. Like, it's
right.
not being
It's not like somebody... Right.
Yeah, it's a different type of feel. So, like, I mean, with Mike Conley, when I was like, hey, he might take this. Because,
he actually... Was it him or somebody, I forgot who they said, actually ran around the thing. Was it Jaylen Brown?
No, it was Jaylen Brown. It was the very first person.
Okay, like he actually ran around instead of like going in the front. I'm like, you wasting all the time.
Yeah, it was Jaylen Brown.
Oh, okay, anyway.
It was Jaylen Brown.
So Steph Curry on the first round scored a 31.
A 31.
31.
And they also have, so like, if you don't watch it, so like the regular balls are worth 1 point.
Right.
Those money balls, which are red, white, and blue, are worth 2. They also have 2 Mountain Dew balls, which are worth 3, I believe.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Steph hit one of those in the first round.
Yeah, but I think the second round he hit both of them.
He hit both in the second round.
Okay, second round. So it was between Jason Tatum, Mike Conley, and Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum had 17.
He was nervous.
He didn't score. He didn't score. No money ball rack. 0 points.
I think at that point he was like real nervous.
Yeah.
He was nervous a little bit because Steph hit 31 in the first round. Like, come on.
Yeah, that pressure.
You're a little shaky.
Okay, and then Mike Conley scored a 27. So he was like, he may end up getting it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I feel like Steph Curry was probably like, oh, he ain't gonna, be out, do good or whatever. He probably just gonna coast through this last one.
Right.
When he scored that 27. It's like, oh, Curry, you gotta put in work now.
You actually
have to put in the work.
You know what I'm saying?
So, that last rack. Whoo, that was a perfect rack. No, he missed one, but that last money ball. Whoo.
Steph made it. Steph's score was a 28.
It was a 26, but once he hit that money ball,
it was a perfect.
The net didn't even move.
It was just ridiculous.
That was a nail biter.
Yeah,
Woo.
ridiculous. And so Steph has now won the 3-point in 2015.
That was the last time he won in 2015. Yeah.
And this year. Because, like, I remember the one year, I think it was 2016, like, he was in it and Clay beat him.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was probably
they said this is his 7th appearance, so he won 2 out of 7. Yeah.
I think 2016 has been my favorite All-Star game. Yeah, but I will say, like, this 3-point contest was lit. I did like it.
It was lit. This
the
3-point was like the best out of all the
events.
Right? I feel like 3-point was the best.
I feel like they actually put effort into it.
Yeah.
Like, they were legit trying to, especially that first round, like when like you had like Tatum with 25, or it was 222,
28,
a 31. Yeah, like they actually put in the effort. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now, typically after a slam dunk contest, like on a Saturday night.
No, after a 3-point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The very next event, it's a dunk contest.
You was like, man, ain't no dunk contest. I was like, we literally talked about this on the last episode.
Right. I had caught her. I was like, ain't no dunk contest? What is this? What is this madness? But then she was like, it's during halftime of the game. I said, oh, we did talk about this. Okay, cool. So the game started.
Right.
I will say I like the form. It was the same format as last year.
We didn't know if it was gonna be the same format, and
I think they're gonna keep that because it works.
I like it, and it's just honoring Kobe.
And
you know what
with
I'm saying?
this particular format, they have to work to want to win.
Well, the last quarter, because the first 3 they was tripping, but
I mean, Team LeBron wasn't.
They both were. Okay, yeah, let's talk about that. Okay, so yeah, because. That made me mad. Okay, so just both of us.
Yeah.
Speaking for both of us, we just want to say thank y'all for voting in Bradley Beal. Okay.
Listen,
like
because
we really. Right, that's all she cared about.
Listen, I voted, so I usually vote every year All-Star. Like I do my little tweets. I do like NBA All-Star Kevin Durant or like Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, because like you want to see them play. But because of the snubbing y'all be doing to certain players who deserve it, I only was tweeting about Bradley Beal because listen, y'all played him last year. I was not having that this year. I was not having it. So I am happy that Bradley Beal, a St. Louis native, was able to make it.
Yes. And it was like St. Louis was showing out. So we had Tatum and Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
I was like St. Louis all on the court.
Because like y'all was doing some snubbing last year and it was very unacceptable. It was very unacceptable. So thank you.
Yeah. So, I knew the West was gonna win. I'm just say that.
Was it East and West thing?
It was East and West, yes. It's always been East and West.
So Team Durant was all East players?
Was it? I mean, is it?
No, because Kawhi was on Team Durant and he played for the Clippers.
Man, look.
Kawhi was on Team Durant.
Kawhi is on the Oh. Anyway.
And Giannis played for the Bucks. He was on LeBron team. Okay. That's the East team.
I'm tripping, y'all. Okay.
Wait, what? I am confused. What is going on?
I'm tripping. Anyway, Team LeBron just...
I figured they would win, though.
Yeah. That was easy. They team was stacked. Like, come on.
And I figured that because, like, when they got done announcing, like, Team Durant and Team LeBron, and when the camera panned on both teams, and, like, I got a chance to, like, see the players again, I was like, okay, now Team Durant it's a nice squad. Like, you had, like, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, like, Tatum and Bradley Beal, like, Kawhi. Okay, cool. Like, it's a nice, solid team. But then you get to Team LeBron, I'm like, okay, it's LeBron, Giannis, Steph, Luka, all type of the shooters, playmakers. I was like,
Lillard, unfair.
Lillard. And I'm not saying, like, the ones on Team Durant are not elite players as well, but you got Lillard, who is like a closer, Steph, who is the three-point god, all on one team. Like, I mean, okay.
Yeah, that was not fair at all. But, I mean, they did try.
They did.
They did. I mean, they ended up, Team LeBron ended up winning all 4 quarters.
All 4. And so their charity won, I think it was like 1.2. It was like 1.2 million.
It was a lot. Yeah.
And Team Durant won $500,000 like for that charity, which is still like a great amount of money to win for a charity. But Team LeBron won all 4 quarters, and so they won the first 3. The fourth quarter, there is no
so there's no shot clock and there are no commercials.
And so the format is it's the first team to reach 170
or a certain amount of points. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so Team LeBron did that, and they did it on the 3-pointer.
Yeah, D-Lil.
And y'all know I am not a Dame Time person, but I had to give him his respect.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I was like, oh, it's Dame Time and game is over. That's it. Dame Time, game is over. It was a pretty decent game. Like, I'm not gonna say like just because of like everything how it was crammed into one day. That's probably what I didn't like, but I understand the circumstances.
So like, okay, my thoughts on the game. So I didn't appreciate both teams chunking up threes the way they did. I was like, why? I said the only person allowed to make threes is Steph. Let him do that. Okay? Just like,
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I feel like if you're gonna chunk a three up, at least make it.
That's what I'm saying. They kept bricking. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
If you're gonna chunk a three, you have to at least make
y'all
it.
See Steph making all the threes, so y'all feel like y'all can just be
everybody ain't Steph.
Threes. Right?
Everybody ain't Steph. Come on. But yeah, it wasn't a
that
terrible...
annoyed me. I'm just like,
I get that because I be feeling like that too doing games. Like when they be playing games, like they just be shooting up random threes. Why? This could have been a whole play. You could have passed the ball.
Y'all could have got to the hoop.
Could have got to the hoop. A layup or something. A dunk, but you just chuck up a three? Oh, okay, cool. I hate that too doing games. I'm not gonna lie. Like it bothers me a lot doing games. It bothers me. Because like I mean everybody is not a 3-point shooter.
Right.
So this is not
trying
your
to show out. But what I did enjoy was I enjoyed Steph and CP3 catching alley-oops.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Did Steph just catch an alley-oop?
And you would think like
like
because like certain players are so tall, like Steph and they seem
Steph
short.
And CP3 is
they seem short
compared to other players. They little.
Yeah, because like they're like what 6'3".
I know CP3 like ain't he around like 6?
He that tall? See, because like I promise you he look around my height. But he that tall?
He's at least 6 feet, Bree.
Cause I think
you thought he was like 5 feet something.
Nate Robinson about that tall and he played. What are you saying?
Look, he's 6'1", okay? He's 6'1". He's 6'1".
That's what I'm saying. On TV, he look about a good 5'10".
He a little tiny, yeah.
Yeah.
He caught an alley-oop too, barely, but he did.
Okay.
It almost popped out the rim, but he got it too.
I give him that.
Yeah.
I mean, the game wasn't like horrible. It was not horrible. It just wasn't. Last year was great. I feel like the teams put in effort. It was close.
Right.
And it was like one team won one quarter, this team won the next.
But I mean, also we had a crowd. So
yeah. And listen, the fake fan noise, it only does so much. I appreciate what the NBA is trying to do.
I tune it out.
I get what they're trying to do, but it just does not work.
I tune it out.
It just doesn't work.
I don't pay no attention to that.
It don't always work for me.
Yeah. But also, the end of the second quarter, we did have... So first it was Damian Lillard, who hit a 3 from half court. And then Steph turned around and hit another 3 back-to-back
from
half court. That was nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
I will say, I appreciate half-court threes when they are successful. I do.
Yeah, LeBron didn't play that much. I think he had
which was fine, like.
But he has like a ankle.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't, he didn't really play that much.
And like the coaches,
he was pretty quiet during the whole game.
Because like I know AD couldn't play, so that was probably what.
Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid couldn't play because they contact tracing. No. Yeah. So they didn't get to play.
I mean, but overall, it was great. And so then, once halftime came, typically there is a performance from a celebrity. This year during halftime, we had the dunk contest. Now, before we say who were the contestants, I'm not going to lie to you. I said, who the hell are these people?
I didn't know who any of these people were.
I
did know who Obi was. I did because I did see the draft, so I knew who he was. But the other two, I was like, who?
No idea. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, I knew who Obi was.
And
sure.
I saw your tweet. You made a tweet and you were like, it's great to have the contest, but I feel like we've seen every dunk so far.
I literally feel like I've seen every dunk.
So the contestants were Cassius Smith, Obi Toppin, and Anthony Simon.
Anthony Simons, yes. Anthony looked like a high schooler. I was like, And then when he started talking, I was like,
because ain't he like in 12th grade?
He looked like he
like
about
a good
15.
Cause he looked like a good high schooler. I said, who child is this up here? I was really confused. Now the dunks were not bad.
Cassius Stanley.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cassius Stanley, not Smith. Yeah. I'm sorry. I mean, the dunks were not bad. A few of them, I kind of feel like it wasn't enough, like, in them. So, like, it didn't make the same impact.
Listen. Like,
for instance, like, Anthony's first dunk. So, he put a net above the regular net, and he set the ball up there. So he had to jump and get the ball and then dunk it into the net.
I felt like
that was kind of lackluster for me.
But I felt the whole point was the height, like how tall
was the height. Right. Yeah, I get that.
Him jumping that high to get it.
But it was still kind of lackluster.
I say he could have put a little razzle dazzle on that dunk. Like he could have, like, when he picked up the ball, he could have been like, oh, I did a little windmill or something. Something.
It was a little lackluster for me. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
But the only dunk I did like was Obi when the first dunk
his
he
first
did.
dunk was nice. I don't even think I don't know if he took it through. I don't think it went through his legs, but I think it did.
It was like a bounce.
But it was really nice.
Yeah,
I did like his very first
bounce,
dunk.
like between his legs. Yeah, that was dope.
His second dunk, he was dunking over Julius Randle and his dad.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a great dunk, but he didn't make the first one.
I feel like what would have been good. I mean, he to me, okay. I feel like if he hadn't put his hand
on Julius,
he didn't even have to do it on the first try, but if he hadn't put like his hand, I feel like that would have been a good dunk. Yeah. Like he was just, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
and I really didn't, I feel like I think the judges are always like.
Judges was whack. That was all over the place.
Aside from Dominique Wilkins, because like I think he's been a judge before. The other
multiple times.
The other judges, I just feel like these are retired
like
players.
Josh
Like I just found
Richardson.
Yeah.
I mean, not Josh Richardson. That's Jason Richardson. Josh, what's his last name? I can't think of his last name. But yeah.
What? Yeah. I mean, and is it always 5 judges?
It's all yeah. Because they gotta give it to 50 points. So yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was okay. It wasn't the greatest dunk contest.
Oh, and then Anthony Simons did end up winning.
Yeah, he won.
The last dunk he did. When he first did it, I was just like, what? I didn't see what he was doing, so he apparently
was trying to kiss the
rim.
He didn't kiss it, but he
barely. He was almost there, but
he did like a little smooch.
Yeah, he did that, and then he was like.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't see it at first. I was like, "What did he do?"
It's better in slow motion, so I think that's why they give you a slow mo
in different angles. Yeah. I was like, "What did he do?"
That's why they give you a slow mo. I mean, it was cute.
It was alright.
I wasn't like, it was alright.
That's what made him win. So whatever.
I guess. Yeah, it was a dunk contest.
Yeah. I felt like it was rushed.
It did not give me 2016 vibes.
It was so rushed.
And I keep telling y'all, 2016 was the greatest. You have
Is
to
that
go,
with Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine?
Yes, you have to go back and watch it because it's madness. It's that great.
Yes.
I mean, even last year was dope, and they cheated Aaron Gordon
again.
Yeah.
I felt like they cheated Obi. I felt like Obi should have won. I feel like Obi should come back next year and do. Because
I did like both of his dunks.
I did. I feel like he should come back next year and like come back with a vengeance, come back strong.
Because his very first one was good.
That was the only dunk I liked,
and his second one was good too. But he didn't get the first one. Mm-hmm. And like you said, if he wouldn't have touched Julie, yeah.
But I felt like he should have won. They cheated. I feel like they cheated.
And it's always great including your parents in what you do. So
Pops had hops. Remember they showed the show.
They even showed like how his dad.
Yeah.
His dad was a dunker. Yeah. So then like after halftime, the game came back on, and Team LeBron went on to win the entire game. Like we said, and Giannis is the second person to win the Kobe Bryant All-Star MVP.
Yes.
Which he did play well. So
he was 16-16 from field goal. Like that's perfect.
That's a
perfect game.
Yeah, a perfect game.
I didn't realize. At first, I was like, Giannis? And then I saw his stats. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
I didn't
realize, like, when you watch him play, like, you don't realize how much they actually did.
The stats, I was
I thought Steph was going to get it.
But then I was like, oh.
Like 35, 36 points, 16, 16. I was like, oh, okay.
That's a perfect
cool.
game.
All right. I see it.
Yeah. So it was so like congrats to him. His son was there. He was excited about that. Like he was like, this is my son's first time seeing me play like in an All-Star game. So like congrats to him for that. I mean, All-Star Day. Can't even call it All-Star Weekend. It was just All-Star Day.
Listen, we wasn't really supposed to have this.
So I'm grateful like that we got something.
Right.
Yeah. I just hope that by the time it rolls around next year that we can go back to a 3-day weekend and have people there and do the normal activities.
Probably by next year, it probably will.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, it was a great weekend. Like, it's always great getting a chance to see, you know, Shaq, Kenny, Ernie.
Oh, yeah, Shaq wasn't there. Yeah. Shaq wasn't there.
Chuck wasn't there. Shaq was there.
Oh, he wasn't? Oh, because I think his daughter...
yeah, Chuck got married. Well,
yeah,
his daughter got married.
That's right.
Yeah, and so D-Wade filled in for him.
Right. Oh, Reggie Miller.
And Reggie Miller and Chris Webber were the commentators during the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So overall, it was a great... It wasn't... I'm happy we got a chance to have it. It wasn't what we are... It's not what we're used to, so I can't even say, like compare it. But because we are in a pandemic, it's a difference. So I was happy we got a chance to have it.
Well, it was cool. For the most part, it was entertainment, so it was cool. I'm not complaining.
I'm not complaining at all. So I enjoyed it. Just looking forward to next year. And hopefully, because the All-Star break is over, when players come back and be back in the regular season, they pick up their pace and we get to see who's going on the road to the finals or to the playoffs at least.
I don't know. Maybe Utah Jazz. Because the Lakers been losing. They had a losing streak for a hot second.
And the Warriors are doing not too shabby.
Yeah, hey. Little switch up in the West.
And I'm curious to see how Blake Griffin he's going to integrate into the next thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's something different now. It's something different. So I'm curious to see like what these next few months in the NBA is going to be like because playoffs are coming.
I don't know. I mean, they slowly starting to let fans in, so hopefully by next year, like it'll somewhat.
Yeah.
You know.
March Madness is starting. March 13th. It's
you know
who
your team is.
I've been keeping up with the women like UConn, so that's y'all already know. I don't really have a men's team, but I do know UNC and Duke played this weekend, and UNC won. I don't know what's going on at Duke, but get it together. Get it together. So I'm looking forward to March Madness because typically March Madness, it solidifies the end of like the season for college basketball players. The WNBA is getting ready to gear back up. Renee Montgomery, she is now going to be she's a former WNBA player. She played at UConn. She also has played with the Minnesota Lynx and the Atlanta Dream. She is now part owner of the Atlanta Dream. Kelly Loeffler is up out of there. Listen, I was telling y'all she is not a fit. So she's up out of there now. So I think that's really exciting.
Had to. Sorry.
So I'm looking forward to the new season. My two favorite
Candace
players,
Parker, you know,
Chicago.
going on to Shy.
That's something different.
Yeah.
It's gonna be different. And my two favorite players are returning to their respective teams. Sumsu Bird, Diana Taurasi. We're still trying to figure out if there's gonna be an Olympic Games.
Oh, how about that? Ooh,
I'm still trying to figure it out.
How is that gonna work?
So I do get updates like on my ESPN updates and stuff like that. So I have been noticing that USA teams are participating in trials. So like the swimmers had a meet last week, like Katie Ledecky, like Simone Manuel. They've been competing, so I'm sure they're getting ready for the Olympics, but we don't know for sure if there's going to even be an Olympic game. So that's still kind of up in the air.
All right.
I hope it happens.
Yeah, I know. I miss the Olympics.
I look forward to that every
I love the
4
Olympics,
years.
man.
Yeah. So yeah, just keep an eye out, cause I feel like the world is trying to go back to some sort of normalcy.
They're trying.
Yeah. It's just a step. It's just like a day by day, step by step type of process. But it's gonna happen eventually. Before we close y'all out, it's some new merch on the website. We got new mask with our new logo on it. We also have shirts with quotes on them. There's 2 of them. There is a quote from Megan Rapinoe and also a quote from the great Kobe Bryant. Make sure y'all get y'all one. They nice, because, like, who doesn't love a shirt with a reading on it?
I mean,
as you can see.
Right.
As you can see. As you can see. So, yeah, make sure y'all get y'all one. Make sure you follow us on our social media. Our Instagram, it is WDWKAS Podcast.
Our Twitter is What Do Women Know 1, and that's KNO, the number 1.
Our YouTube, it is also WDWKAS Podcast. And the overall website, it is just WDWKAS.com. As always, I am Bree Nicole.
And I'm Vicky D.
We shall see y'all next week. Peace. You are now listening to the Best Damn Sports Podcast. Period.